Hi, welcome to this part of my review featuring the 5e RPG Academy Adventures. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review, featuring this setting for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, where Dungeons & Dragons meets Harry Potter, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to start talking about students, faculty, and staff. Let's begin with the attire. The standard uniform for class is a white long-sleeved shirt, a vest, a tie, and skirt or pants. For adventuring expeditions and field trips, students wear a hooded robe, with hidden pockets in the sleeves, long boots, and a sash. The uniform varies in two important ways: by displaying the colors of the school of specialization the student chooses at the triptych the student belongs to. Student triptychs determine their primary color, as neophytes do not pick a school of specialization at first. Professors have much more freedom in their appearance, and generally result to just reflecting the color of their school in some small part of their uniform. When it comes to the faculty itself, joining Zauberreich as a professor requires some experience and more than a little grit. The applicant is expected to provide something new to the arcane archives, be it a new spell or magic item. Zauberreich's professorial staff agrees to teach one class a year to students, never to betray the order, to tithe 10% of all income, and stay with the academy for at least 9 years. Let's talk about some of these professors and staff members. We have Clavin Ashman, the headmaster. The name Clavin Ashman tells most students everything they need to know. The son of Baron Christoph Ashman, Clavin was named after a family friend and infamous arch-necromancer, Clavin Masterich. As headmaster, Clavin spends a lot of time anticipating threats to the academy and the crown. And he continues to push for a separation between the role of court wizard and headmaster. But until he can find someone he believes is up to the task, he manages both. Then we have Aaron, Magnifico the Great. No one knows Magnifico's real name, other than the headmaster, and he likes it that way. He goes by Aaron when relaxing with other professors and speaking informally. But Magnifico's larger-than-life personality tends to overshadow his humbler side. Magnifico's flair for the dramatic makes him the ringmaster of any intake day, and he prides himself on making the academy seem more interesting than day-to-day life might reveal. Then we have Gwen Usher, who is daughter of Darren Usher and Revma Rakova, and so she has a uniquely significant position in the academy. As a princess, she has resources at her disposal that wouldn't normally be available to most professors. She also straddles two different schools of magic. Her mother is a necromancer, but Gwen has second sight, which predisposes her towards divination. Gwen is quite vested in Zauberreich's success and can be ruthless if crossed. Then we have Inisfade, who claims to be from Fairy, from another land entirely, where the king hated children so much he planned to have them all thrown over a wall into the city. With her dusky gray skin and spiraling horns, Inis is impossible to ignore. Students find her quite kind, undoubtedly due to treatment she has received in the past. She regularly acts as the king's advisor in magical matters, and as such, can be very influential in Drakenheist's events. Now let's talk a bit about the nobles, the staff, and the guards. Zauberreich's patrons include the royal family, who lives on the second floor along with their staff and special guards. The royal family includes King Darren Usher, Queen Revma Usher, Prince Nedbren Usher, and Princess Gwen Usher. Prince Nedbren is a student, while Gwen is a professor as explained earlier. Staff include a variety of roles that support Zauberreich. There are 2 roles each when it comes to the staff: the royal staff and the academy staff, with the royal staff of higher rank. Royal staff are drawn from the academy's ranks. Roles include chef, secretary, steward maintenance, librarian, gardener, and stable master. Similarly, there are 2 ranks of guards, one for the academy and one for the royals. Let's talk about some of these people. We have Darren Usher. Darren is not the young man he once was, and 10 years into his reign, he has started to feel the effects of living a hard life. But he is still strong enough to wield the rapier of rule, and he was a formidable cane fighter in his day. King Darren has grown older and wiser since the last days of the Dark War. He was left without one of his eyes, but he gained a throne and a queen in the bargain. And of course we have Rebma Usher, who has had a long road, from being the lone remaining necromancer hiding out in the city cemetery to now becoming queen of Drakenheist. Along the way, she battled her ex-husband, brought the forbidden art of necromancy back into the mainstream, and defeated the Dark Lord in the last Dark War. She has lost many friends along the way, and because of that, she tries to rule justly, but will not hesitate to crush her enemies. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to talk about a species specific to this setting, the Drachensuppe. As you can see, these characters are quite rich in their background. I just gave you a few details, that way you can enjoy the surprises if you are a player, or if you are playing this as a solo role player, you can also enjoy the twists and turns and the potential secrets of the characters' backgrounds. It's important to note that there are many generic stats for the staff and faculty members, but you do have specific stats for the important non-player characters as well. Thank you for watching this part of the review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.